accepted it. People accept white witches. There's no witches. There's no such thing as a good witch. So tell me, you say a lot of witchcraft in Africa? I was like, there's more witchcraft in America than anywhere in the world.
Really?
I'm serious. It's just packaged differently. It's packaged in a way that people have accepted it. People accept white witches. There's no such thing as a good witch. None. All witchcraft is bad. Anybody that is connecting with the devil, whether it's New Age, whether it's witchcraft, whether it's Church of Satan, Scientology, it's all the devil. Here in America, they think witchcraft is cute. It's not. If you open the door and allow the devil into your life, it will bring the attributes of the devil. The attributes of the devil is to steal, to kill, to destroy. Homes, families, children, businesses, just everything. And you can see how much our society has gone to a place where it's just so dark and demonic. There are just two forces in the world, God and the devil. Human beings are in the balance of power in the universe. Mm-hmm. There's the power of God and there's the power of the devil. Human beings don't have power. We have authority. Let that sink in. Mm-hmm. We don't have power like the devil. We don't have power like God. We have authority. And if we give our authority to God, God intervenes in the world. Mm. If we give our authority to the devil intervenes and messes up our world. So the reason why our world is so crazy is because human beings have failed to give their authority to God.
Interesting.
You know, people think that I don't have to believe in the devil and I don't have to believe in God either. Great deception for you to believe that as a human being you can survive on your own. There is no such thing. Human beings don't have ability. That is why, Lara, you find out that people that don't have any God will worship a rock. They'll worship a tree. They'll find something to worship. Because there's something in every human being that's supposed to worship God. And if you don't worship, that is why there are all kinds of religions, all kinds of things people worship. There is something in you that will never find peace till you find more meaning. You find a spiritual meaning. So, you know, one of the things is that most people's idea of God is according to the precepts of men. If you don't read the Bible and you're grounded in the Bible, you will be deceived. You will be worshiping some God that is not the God of the Bible, and you might as well be worshiping an idol. Because not every bad thing that is happening to you is the devil. It's sometimes people are actually reaping the reward of what they sow. Because whatever you sow, you reap. You sow things, you don't reap it. Your family, your children, your generation will reap it. That is why bad things happen to people. But the good news is God's grace and mercy can overturn even down several generations. The judgment for evil is visited to 4 generations, to 3 to 4 generations. But righteousness is visited to 1,000 generations. So if you sow righteousness, there are people right now that their lives are good, not because they deserve it, because there was a praying grandmother several generations back. Laura, if the living knew what the dead know, they will all give their life to Christ. If the living knew what 1 minute after you take your last breath, what is going to confront you at the other side of eternity, they will turn to Jesus. But the issue, the devil has put a blindfold on the hearts and the minds of people, so people don't truly recognize that in this world that I'm walking in, I was born in this world to be reconciled to God.
Pawakata Yahweh, Pawakata Yahweh Shah, Pawakata Yahweh, Pawakata Yahweh Shah, Pawakata Yahweh, Pawakata Yahweh Shah, Pa Hashem, Wakak Wadash, this your Aki Majulazil, back with another quick lesson. You can tell by the open the topic. It's about what? Babylon the Great, aka America, man. And this female, to me, you know, through the spirit, she seems to be part of the, Ham, Ham Nation. You know what I'm saying? She don't look like, she don't perceive to be, from one of the tribes, namely Judah, the Southern Kingdom. She seems to me to be more like a Hamite. But nonetheless, man, these other nations, man, they are waking up to this devil and the things they're doing, not only to, themselves, but yet the world, man. These devils have a mass influence on the populace of the world, and mainly it's through what? Witchcraft. Deception is witchcraft, lies are witchcraft, you know, and that's what this devil has been doing, man. Been going across the world, because that's what the Lord gave him, a season to what? Deceive the nations, man. And that's what this devil has been doing, spreading witchcraft by deceiving the nations, lying, you know, and doing what is in the power of the devil to what? Continue to deceive the nations. But we're currently in the time that this devil is being revealed, so a lot of these other nations are waking up to the foolery that this devil has been orchestrating throughout the planet. And mainly, you know, this Hamite female, she brought out a lot of points, but I'm gonna pretty much focus on the point of witchcraft, which that's what we're living in the land of the Chaldeans, man. You know, which witchcraft is on a is everything that's wicked. So that all time high, you know, coining a phrase from, you know, the brothers, man. But for one, it's like one big stronghold that these people have is what a big influence is this television, man. These movies, it is a big form of witchcraft, because, you know, by even, you know, a personal experience, I met this guy that was, you know, from, at the time, you know, this guy is from Egypt, and I asked him, I said, hey man, when you see the American movies, you know, do y'all believe that what y'all see on the movies predicts what's really going on here in America? And this guy that was from Egypt told me, he was like, yeah, so pretty much they believe the stuff that they see on the movies were actually real, man. You know, but we know you can't believe everything you see on the movies, man. It's what? Lights, camera, action, blue screen, green screen. It's all a script. But these other people of these countries, man, they believe that stuff, man. You know. But I'm gonna go into you know, I asked the question. You know, I says Hollywood really means witchcraft. It says the idea that Hollywood literally means witchcraft is a popular conspiracy theory and metaphorical interpretation rather than a linguistic or historical fact. While some argue that the name is connected to magic, historical records show a different origin. It says here is a breakdown of the claims and the history. It said the theory Hollywood equal witchcraft. This claim argues that the name Hollywood stems from the use of Hollywood from the hollow tree to make magic wand, or that the entertainment industry acts as a form of sorcery to manipulate public perception and belief. Yeah, it does, man, because like I said, living testimony, a better word to explain what I said previously, is that I asked that question to this guy that was from Egypt, and he said, yeah, man, by looking at these Hollywood movies, man, they think that these movies are real. That means these other people that from these other countries, man, when they see these movies, man, made here, Hollywood movies, man, they think they're real, man. So this devil can portray himself to be some humanitarian good guy and demonize everybody else, and these people will believe it, man. You know, and that's a form of witchcraft. In all actuality, man, if you look at the they want to ignore the facts, which is history, current events. This devil is the perpetrator. He's the wicked, man, that the Bible speaks of. He's going around weakening the nations, man. You know, lying to people, man, using deception, using, killing, robbing, stealing. He's doing that on a global scale, man. But yet he can use, you know, his perception of, Hollywood and policies and his cameras and media to try to sway the ideas of the masses as if, he's some humanitarian. Really, he's the he's the problem in the world, man. But that's a form of witchcraft, man. Just like this chick said, she was like, I guess someone asked, is there a lot of witchcraft in Africa? But what she said, which the truth said, there's more witchcraft in America than there is in Africa. She said, what? It's just, it's packaged different. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So like, I'm going to go into, I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be done, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So even like back then, man, they was using witchcraft just like they're doing it now, man. She said, what? It's just packaged different. It's the same thing that is used, different tactics, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's still witchcraft. Let's read that again. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be done. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun, man. So there's no new thing under the sun. Witchcraft is nothing new, man. It's just what? Just like she used the word package different, man. It's the same thing that is using different tactics, man. Using media, Hollywood, their form of perception, their way of deceiving the masses. Yeah, man, it is. And let's go into right here. It says the cultural connection. It says while the name origin is not a cult, Hollywood has a long documented history of using witchcraft, magic, and supernatural themes in its films, often misrepresenting or creating stereotypes about actual witchcraft practices. So they're telling you right here, man, the cultural connection, man. So as a cultural connection, like it's part of Hollywood's culture. Even though on one occasion it says, there's no real historical facts on it, but then again, at the same time, it says what? The cultural connection. It says while the name origin is not a cult, Hollywood has a long documented, and some documented, that means there's something, there's proof of it, a long documented history of using witchcraft, magic, and supernatural things in its films often misrepresenting or creating stereotypes about actual witchcraft practices, man. So there's documents, there's documented. Document means evidence, man, of what? They're pretty much promoting witchcraft in their films, man. So this is not like a conspiracy. If you got something that's documented, that's not a conspiracy, man. That's a fact. So we know that's what actually that word Hollywood actually does mean, stem from Hollywood, man. You know what I'm saying? From wand, meaning casting spells. That's what they're doing. That's how they can deceive the minds by writing a script, And it says to write is to what? Spell. You spelling. And you spelling, you casting spells. so they can, you know, orchestrate, create these movies to perpetuate themselves as, you know. And what a funny thing, I'm looking at the same time doing this lesson on TV, this Edomite, you know, perpetrating himself as some hero, man. And that's what they're doing throughout the world. They're trying to portray as there's some hero, promoting themselves as some hero humanitarian of the planet, but actually they're the contrary to that, man. They're the problem of the world, man. The biggest problem of the world, man. But they want to act like they're the biggest solution to the problem, but they're the problem, you know. Let's go into another precept. This is the book of Galatians 5:19. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, envy and murders, drunkenness, rivaling, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, man. So, witchcraft, man, that's one of them. Let's go. What witchcraft is.
Strong's G 5331. Pharmakia.
And that's just like this medicine we got, pharmakia, man. It says what? The use of administrating of drugs. the food and drug administration, man. Right there in your face, man. It's witchcraft, man. They be having these people on drugs and using that. It's a way of what? Warping or controlling your mind, man. And that's a form of witchcraft. Also what? Poisoning. It says sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it, man. It says, like a metaphor, it says the deception and sedition of idolatry, man. And this land right here is the land of the Chaldeans, is full of what? Deception. Like you can go online, you will see some, like I've seen some crazy, you know what I mean? Like they said, some crazy stuff now. You're online, it looks like a female, but then once they take the wig off, wipe the face off, the makeup off, it's some damn dude underneath there, man. I seen that the other day, man. Looking just like a female, you know. Then they taking a wig off, looking and taking the makeup off, and it's some goddamn nigga, man, underneath the fucking wig and mask, man. That's goddamn deception, man. And then they try to use seduction from trying to act like a female, man, to seduce you to participate in wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to deceive you because you're attracted to what? What you're naturally attracted to, the opposite sex. So they're trying to look like the opposite sex to deceive you to indulge in wickedness, man. This is where we living at, man. The land of the Chaldeans. That's why we can't wait, man, till the Lord destroy this place, man. And Babylon the Great, just like that Hamite female said, this place does more witchcraft than any other country, or if you want to call it, any other country on the planet, man. You know, all these people, man, they're a lot of witchcraft is going on here in Babylon the Great, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the plan. This is the land of the Chaldees, man. And the primary source of it is who? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. He's able to allow operations to take place where they can change your equipment, man. Cut off your equipment, man. You know, stop certain hormones from natural hormones that the body produce and pretty much switch that around where you will take on the character traits and hormones of the opposite sex, man. This is what it is, sorcery, man. You know, then going to the extent trying to have a child, deceiving a child, manipulating you in children. When you're a child, you're at the stage of molding and supposed to be taught, you know, actually right from wrong. But they're manipulating the minds of the child to act like the child knows that they're conscious, they're mature enough to make a conscious decision to say, I want to be a different sex, where there's no way possible, even if you say that's possible, even if you say it. You can't just say, oh, you were born a male, but you made your mind up that you want to be a female the next day. There's no way possible that's going to make, because you got the DNA makeup of a man, regardless of how you or a female. You know what I mean? You got the DNA makeup of a female. You got the DNA makeup of a man. There's no way you can be that of the opposite sex, regardless of how much you want that to happen, man. You know, but in the land of this wicked society, Esau Edom made it that they can put on paper and make that happen, man. And then you go through these procedures, then you going out here deceiving people, man, to indulge in wickedness, man. You know, that's why we can't wait till this place be destroyed, man. But in fact, just like that, the female said at the beginning, man, that Hamite, Babylon the Great, aka America, is the biggest place where witchcraft, sorcery, deception rules, man. You know, there's no other place that can rival with the deception that goes on here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. You know, but I'm gonna end it off there, man. Hope the body was edified. Till next time, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Wakak Wadash, again, this Sha'aki Majulazil. Lord willing, I'll be back with another lesson. Till next time, Shalom, Babakatham, and the Baba Ball, Shalom.